Hey everybody, David Burns, good to be with you. We're going to be outside in just a minute, but I'm going to show you today how I'm going to be making some inserts to go into my hives that have screen bottom boards. Now, I have been able to get through my winter just fine most of the time without any, anything but a screen bottom board. This year they're saying going to be really cold, so I'm going to try to put slide these in to make a screen board into a solid board. For two reasons. One is for, better winter survival with less wind coming up out of the bottom, coming into the bottom. But also, I do a lot of oxalic acid treatments, and I'm always having to run these things in and out. So I'm thinking about, for the winter, making some of these where it just slides into all my hives, because I've got some hives that I've made over the years that they don't have a place for these to slide under the bottom. So I'm going to have to slide them in the top. And but some are going to be slid in the bottom, so we'll play with this. But anyway, I'm going to actually make it similar to this one, where I'm going to use this as a way to block off the entrance. So this is going to serve two purposes, maybe three purposes. Number one, it's a grip so you can pull it out in the wintertime, because when the bees die, where I'm going to slide this above the screen, the bees, natural occurrence of bees dying are just going to land here in the wintertime. So I can just go out there, slide this off, dump it out. I don't have to scrape in there and agitate the bees. I can just slide this out and dump the dead bees out. Also, I'm going to leave an entrance. I'm going to make like wood, two sections. Stay with me and I'll show you how to do this real easy. But I'm going to have two separate sections of wood. And so this way there'll be a gap in the middle so the bees can go in and out. But that way, and even when I'm doing OA, when I slide this in for an OA treatment, I just kind of have to either, squirt it in through the gap here or cover that little gap in the entrance. Or just don't worry about it. Not much is going to come out. So anyway, that's my plan. These are not too far off at all, actually. Yeah, they're identical given the size. So let's go with this one. Let's give us room to make our little wood piece on the end. So let's just use this old one here as a template. It is nasty looking, isn't it? Man, we should be wearing gloves. Everybody say hello to Patrick. Hello, Patrick.
Hi, David.
Patrick, it's nice of you to run the camera for us.
Yep, it's fun.
Yeah. Patrick and I are making several videos today, so we are busy today. Going to be slightly larger than the original, but I'll try to deal with that. It may not be terrible. All right, let me get my cutting board. It's not like I'm in the kitchen. So I don't tear my table up too quickly. All right, this board, I'll show you what I bought this board, I think at Lowe's, or actually at Menards, I think. Oh, let me flip it around here. But look at that, it's white fluted polypropylene board. And it's not cheap, but I've actually ran cardboard in my hives in the winter time by sliding them in there. And that's not bad, they work pretty good, but toward the end of the season, cardboard does absorb a lot of moisture. It gets kind of dead bee decay on it, and it can crumble and be hard to remove when you want to remove it. All right, so let's go ahead and see if I can cut halfway straight on this. Well, that wasn't too bad. One more time. All right, let's see if it went all the way through. Pretty much, we're good on that. And we'll do one here. Okay. Be careful with these utility knives. Easy to cut something you don't want to cut. They are razor blades. I was doing this one time, years ago, and somehow the blade slipped, and it slipped and went right into my leg. And wow, that hurt. I probably should have had stitches, but I went ahead and found some butterfly Band-Aids that kind of brought all the skin back together, and It healed up pretty good on its own, but I wore that butterfly band-aid for quite a while. So be careful with these knives. Always cut away from yourself. Teach your children how to handle a blade, please. Yeah, I got cut a lot on knives when I was a kid. Hey, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go cut a couple of pieces of wood that I can staple right under there. All right. Let me pop in here real quick and invite you to please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it so much. Every time you subscribe, it helps me out. Plus, you'll be notified each time I make a new video like this, helping you guys out in beekeeping. Let's get back to this video. There we go.
I'm filming.
All right. So we cut our two pieces, and these are on the bottom side. I'm going to take little screws. I could staple it, but I'm going to just try to put a couple of screws in here.
Are you going to glue it also, or no?
Yeah, and I'm going to glue it also. Does that glue stick to the plastic?
I think it will.
Okay. There we go. That's probably too much. All right, let's get close. That's pretty good. Oh, perfect, yeah. All right, let's get a screw here. All right.
Now, would you ever put in a solid board on the bottom of that and then just give them your upper entrance?
In the wintertime?
Yeah.
No, I think I'm just going to run this all winter like this. It's a good question. I have been known to, when I use my bat insulation, to go ahead and wrap it all the way around the entrance at the bottom and just let them use the top. So some people may be thinking, oh, that's too tall, but I'm not fitting this under the deep. It's going up next to the deep like this. So I can just grab a hold of these handles and pull it in and out. So the deep box is not going to sit here. It's going to sit here almost all the way down. We can go out and I'll show you what I mean. That actually turned out pretty nice. Patrick, you did good.
I didn't touch it.
You have good ideas. You like tinkering with stuff too, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
That screen, this is a good example here. Yeah. They're a little more active than I wanted. All right, so we're going to try it out on this hive. And we're going to slide it in there on top of the screen. I'll show you what I mean. All right, Patrick, if you can kind of get close. Good luck to everybody. All right, so we're going to slide this in. Ooh, that's pretty nice. Now, since this is going in the top, it doesn't need to be cut to slide under a plastic one. So I measured that to go as an insert into the Be Smart plastic ones that have rails underneath them. So it still covers the screen though, because the screen has wood, screen bottom board has wood on both sides. But they still may go in and out here or there, but that will work pretty good. That will catch most of the winter detritus, and then we can just pull it out like that to scrape it off. But I could make those a little bit wider. It's going to take my bees a little bit, but they're not foraging. But you know, you can see a few of them are already flying out, but they're not foraging. It's cold, and it's going to be 31 degrees Fahrenheit in 2 days. And so I'm going to wrap some of my hives up. I'm going to do things like this to block off the screen bottom board, because I just fear that this winter is going to be a doozy based on things that I'm hearing. And I want to give my bees every little advantage that I can. And these are things that I'm showing you how to do it yourself. Some of you may say, oh, David, you can buy that. You can buy these inserts already pre-cut and everything. That's fine. I like to do things myself. I'm kind of a bricklayer kind of a guy, and you can look that word up. But I like to make things happen with things that I, can make myself. So I like accomplishing a lot of things with this kind of an insert like this. Now, if you want to see a video where I'm putting on a winter bee kind and getting my bees ready, watch this video right over here and get your bees ready for winter. I'll see you over there.